Recent claims circulating online allege that Meghan Markle faced a customs issue at JFK Airport on the 1st of August, 2025, due to a passport mismatch, triggering a U.S. Department of Homeland Security (DHS) review and raising questions about her travel history and royal ties. These allegations, primarily from a YouTube video by Celeste IQ, suggest a deeper conspiracy involving altered biometric data, a second passport, and potential intelligence operations. Below, we critically examine these claims based on available information, focusing on their plausibility and implications, while addressing their overlap with the broader royal narrative involving King Charles, Catherine, and Camilla. Further, the narrative ties this to King Charles amending his will to exclude Prince Harry, citing unverifiable international activities linked to Meghan, including a Qatari donor and a California consulting firm with ties to influence programs. It also alleges Meghan's strategic media moves, including a call to Kris Jenner to make Kate look weak and a planned documentary, The Crown and the Cage, My Truth, positioning her as Diana's successor. Leaked audio and a 2019 non-disclosure agreement, NDA, signed by Harry reportedly grant Meghan rights to his therapy footage, raising questions about narrative control. The core claim of a passport mismatch at JFK lacks corroboration from credible sources. U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, uses biometric systems like facial recognition, which cross-references passport data with DHS databases. A mismatch could occur due to technical errors, outdated records, or fraud, but the video's specificity, biometric metadata from a 2013 passport raises red flags. Passports issued in 2013 would likely have expired by 2025, and renewals update biometric data, making a mismatch based on a 1-2-year-old record improbable without evidence of intentional tampering. The video's reliance on airport insiders and a DHS ID conflict note is unverified, with no mainstream outlet confirming the incident. CBP and DHS do not publicly disclose individual case details, and the absence of official statements or leaks to reputable media undermines the claim's credibility. The sovereign asset diplomatic override and Dubai-linked second passport are even less substantiated. Diplomatic overrides exist for high-profile individuals, but they require State Department approval, not unilateral action by a royal or private entity. A Dubai shell company issuing a second passport suggests sophisticated fraud, but no evidence links Meghan to such an entity. The mention of Victor L., a former CIA contractor, reads like speculation, as no public record confirms their identity or involvement. The video's claim of MI5 per mile 6 briefings further stretches plausibility, as such agencies rarely engage publicly on individual cases, especially without a clear national security threat. The allegation of inconsistent travel records, e.g., Meghan in London, while her passport claims she was in Los Angeles, lacks supporting documentation. Meghan's travel as a royal, 2017-2020, included high-profile trips to New York, Ibiza, Botswana, and official tours to Morocco, South Africa, and Australia, all requiring passport verification. Critics have debunked her 2021 Oprah claim that her passport was taken by the royal family, noting she traveled to at least 13 countries during this period, with her passport likely held securely by palace staff for logistical reasons, not control. The absence of evidence for wiped entries or parallel travel histories suggests these claims are speculative, possibly exaggerated to fuel a narrative of deception. The suggestion that Meghan was a groomed insert in an influence operation tied to a Dubai company and a Qatari donor is a dramatic leap. Influence operations exist, but linking Meghan to one requires concrete evidence, not anonymous leaks. The claim of a California consulting firm receiving $2.3 million from a state-backed entity is unverified, and no public record ties Meghan to such financial dealings. The narrative's reference to a foundation backing Meghan lacks clarity, with no identifiable organization named. Similarly, The idea that Charles amended his will to exclude Harry due to Meghan's activities is speculative. While reports confirm Charles's concerns about Harry and Meghan's financial independence and title usage, no credible source verifies a will change or Harry's complete exclusion from succession. The Observer report cited is fictional within this context, and the legal clause about sovereign integrity lacks a verifiable source. The alleged NDA from 2019, granting Meghan rights to Harry's therapy footage, is another unconfirmed claim. NDAs are common in media ventures, but using private therapy sessions for public projects would raise ethical and legal questions, particularly without Harry's ongoing consent. The video's assertion that Meghan planned to use this footage to depict Harry as emotionally unstable is inflammatory and unsupported by primary sources. Leaked audio clips, including Meghan's alleged threats and Harry's vulnerable voice note, lack authentication and could be fabricated or decontextualized. The claim that Meghan called Kris Jenner to target Catherine's image aligns with tabloid narratives but lacks evidence. A call to make Kate look weak would be a high-risk move, and Jenner's alleged silence post-leak suggests caution, not confirmation. The proposed documentary, The Crown and the Cage, is unverified, with no record of its development or shelving. Meghan's media projects, like her Netflix series and Archetypes podcast, have faced scrutiny for underperforming, but no credible source confirms a Diana-centric narrative targeting Catherine or the royals. The leaked audio of Meghan's alleged threats and the Montecito contingency plan are sensational but unverified, likely designed to amplify drama. The passport narrative intersects with the broader royal transition described in your prior query, where Catherine emerges as the monarchy's emotional leader amid Charles's health challenges and Camilla's limited public connection. The allegations against Meghan portraying her as manipulative and disloyal contrast sharply with Catherine's image as a stabilizing, relatable figure. This juxtaposition fuels a narrative of Catherine as the true queen in waiting versus Meghan as a destabilizing outsider. However, both stories rely heavily on insider leaks and unverified claims, suggesting a coordinated effort to elevate Catherine while discrediting Meghan. The passport story's focus on Charles amending his will to exclude Harry aligns with reports of palace concerns about the Sussexes' titles and activities. For example, delays in issuing passports for Archie and Lilibet, reportedly due to title disputes, reflect tensions over the Sussexes' royal status post-2020. Yet, Buckingham Palace and the Home Office have denied deliberate obstruction, citing standard procedures. The passport incident, if true, could amplify perceptions of Meghan as a liability, reinforcing Catherine's role as the monarchy's trusted face. However, the lack of concrete evidence for the JFK incident suggests it may be an extension of anti-Meghan sentiment, amplified by royalist narratives favoring Catherine.